my gosh. Let me see everything. We got it. We got it. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to WIP Wednesday Knockout. I'm so glad that you could make it today. Whew. Wednesday. Can you believe it? Oh, my goodness. What a week. What a week. So I want to make sure that I can see everything. If you are over on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, and you're seeing a bit of a lag in my camera, it's okay. My camera will catch up. It will get there. I promise. It's just the quality is much higher on my digital camera than it is on the live feature over here on YouTube. So it takes a second for it to like gather all the data and be like, okay, I got this. I'm good. Hello, Peach Haunty. Probably said that way wrong, but hello. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Ashton, welcome. All right, everybody over here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, because I have StreamYard over here. Let me take a second to welcome you, letting everybody know you have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go ahead and grab your projects, grab anything that you are working on, anything that you have around the house, and you just kind of like, you want to give it some time so that way you can knock it off your plate. That's what this live is all about. This is a very structured live. We got 3 20-minute sections where we are going to hyper focus on something. And then between each 20-minute session, we have a little bit of a transition between, and we're going to do a stretch between 2 and 3. And in session 3, we are announcing the winner to a giveaway. Woohoo! So excited about that. I know, I'm just kind of starting to catch up over here. I'm just starting to catch up over here on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Like the camera is finally starting to match me, which is crazy. So I am literally just going to wait 3 more minutes to let people gather their things, especially if you are just popping in. You're like, oh no, I have not had time to get anything. It's laggy. Yes, Sandy, I know. It is getting there. It is getting there. I promise. It'll catch up. I might want to slow down a second to give it a second. But if you're new to my Wednesday WIP knockouts, please say hi. I'm very engaged in the chat. I love being like answering questions and being here for you. This is completely for you to try to help clear out some of the WIPs that are taking up a lot of the space in your home. So that is what we're doing today. And some people, they don't want to crochet or they don't want to work on a project. I've had people take this opportunity in color. I've had people take these structured 20-minute sessions that are timed. Oh, you guys, let's move you over here so you can see it a little bit better. There's a timer over here, so that way you can see the countdown. People have done chores. They're at work and they take the 20-minute sessions to do something like, it's just a great way to hyper focus. Okay. Yes, but stick around to session 3 because I am announcing the winner to a giveaway that I'm very, very excited about. I am trying to figure out if I want to dive into the questions to the comments now or if I want to wait. Might as well. Right. Also, heads up, I am here live with you. If you have any questions, please start your question in the comments or in the chat with a couple question marks. It really helps my eye as I'm scanning through to lock into a question. And I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. And if I do miss your question and you're like, wait a second, she hasn't answered my question, then instead of saying you missed my question, just repeat your question. Because if you say you missed my question, then I'm searching and I'm digging and I'm trying to find it. And sometimes these comments, they don't actually make it through. You know, some get dropped when I go back, and I just want you to know if I missed your question, skipped your question for some reason, haven't answered it for a while, just re-ask it. And as I'm scanning through, I'll find it and I'll get to it. I promise. And if I don't, then I write them down and I try to bring them with me for the next live. Woohoo! Okay, 2:05. Awesome. I try to be very strict with starting these 20-minute sessions. So if anyone is watching the replay, they can just cut out the first 5 minutes of fluff while people are trying to get themselves together and get ready. We just started session number 1. Yay! And so what I want you to do is I want you to hyper focus. I don't really want you to look at the camera. Don't look at me. I am here to give you something to listen to, answer questions, and I am going to give you heads up on the timer, like this many minutes left, this many minutes left. So that way you can just, again, hyper focus. You can just look down, be doing what you're doing, and I got you when it comes to how much time is left. And those of you who are still sensing a lag, I apologize. Again, my camera quality is better than the YouTube live. It's called a bandwidth of information. So the amount of data that my digital camera is able to capture is greater than the amount of data that the YouTube live can handle. And so it takes a second. The beginning is probably super laggy as it's trying to catch up and get to knowing what to do with all this data that's coming from my camera. Those of you who are on TikTok, you're seeing me from my phone and you're having a different experience because you're just catching me from my phone. La, la, la. All right. So you are focused on your projects right now. And I'm going to dive into the comments and I'm going to look for questions and just in general say hello. I've missed you. I hope you've had a fantastic week. Oh, Kelly says, how are you today? I am doing pretty good. This week has been very, very interesting, and we'll talk about that. Just having to come up with new systems, new routines to juggle and handle all of the things that are on my plate. So this week has been more so like me trying to create new balance and order with everything that I got going on. And it doesn't help when new opportunities arise and new things come. And so we'll talk about that in a second. But today has been really, really good. I've felt after implementing some of these systems, these processes, making certain special to-dos during the day, during which day, that I can, instead of thinking of all the things that I have to do, I'm able to just say, okay, I don't need to worry about that because I already have that blocked out for this time over here. And I don't need to worry about that because I have that blocked out for time over here. So it's helping a lot. It's helping a lot. You're crocheting an octopus hat. That is awesome. Oh, thank you so much. She said you look amazing today, which is kind of funny because I just threw on some eye makeup today to make sure my eyes popped. That's all I got on, right? I put a little I tried to put what's it called? I didn't want to be all shiny. So I put some matte or some not shiny powder on my face because I had put my face lotion on and I tried to have enough time to put makeup on. I was like, I don't have enough time to put makeup on. So I was like, okay, I'll do my eyes and then I'll at least make sure I'm not shiny. So thank you for saying that I look good today because whew, that was fast. Okay. What is the crown next to the number 1? What is the crown next to the number 1? Let me look. What is the crown next to the number 1? I think that's an indicator of I think there's a setting where if you are the top commenter or the top, you've commented in the most videos or you've made it to the most lives, or I think that's what it's connected to. Those little things is those people have been the most of something. I believe that's what that's connected to. What's everyone working on, Dawn? Great question. I love that. See, this is why I do these Wednesday WIP knockouts. I have somebody mentioning Melinda. Hello, Melinda. I'm so glad that you're here today. She's mentioning, I have been so busy on so many projects. It's been hard to keep up with everything that's been going on online with my favorite creators and designers. I get it. And that is one of the big reasons why I do these Wednesday WIP knockouts. Speaking of, we have 14 minutes and 35 seconds left of session number 1. Again, we're only working on one project, hyper focusing, so that way you can chisel away at it and make some forward progress in it. So a couple of years ago, I started hearing people say, and I bet it has a lot to do with more and more content creators getting on YouTube. And those of you over on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, I am dominantly on YouTube, creating lots of video tutorials and content. So if you have no idea who I am, or you have just a very brief understanding of who I am, I'm dominantly on YouTube. I was starting to hear people saying, man, there are so many awesome projects that I want to make. My to-do list is forever long. At this point, I've bought yarn for like tons of different projects I have no idea when I'm going to get to. And every week it's a new video, new inspiration, new project I want to do. And it becomes like overwhelming. And so I know for me personally, I was in that same boat, because there would be projects that I would start and either not finish, like I didn't make them fast enough to get the tutorial to hit. So I'd started on this project and then I had to scrap it because it wasn't being made fast enough to hit that deadline. And so I have those projects that just kind of went into the WIP bin, right? And then I had other projects that people need. I've noticed that some people, they need to see a project made in a couple different colors, because it's difficult for them to visualize what a project will look like in a different color. And so there was a time when I would make things and I tried to make multiple of them. Like I had made these cute little tissue, like Kleenex tissue pouches, where you put one of those travel size tissues, you slipped it in the pocket and it had a little opening so you could pull the tissues out of it, and it had Velcro on the back. So cute. Sells really, really well at markets as a vendor. And I knew that if I just made one, that people would stop. They think that was the end all be all. That was the only way you could make it. So I decided to make like 5 of them. And so I'm left with all of this remaining like scrap yarn, leftover yarn, right? Because these little tissue pouches, they're pretty small, and I have a lot of leftover yarn. And then I'm like, I have that just building up. Like stuff's just started to build up for me. Stuff was starting to build up for you. And I was like, I'm getting stressed out by all of this stuff just taking up my space. I'm trying to be a minimalist here. It's hard to be a minimalist and a yarn loving crocheter. Talk about conundrum. It's kind of, what is it? Antioxidant? No. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, right? Somebody who loves yarn that's trying to be a minimalist. Like, good luck, right? Good luck. So I figured if I could set aside some time that I'd be able to work on WIPs. And then I started these lives thinking, if it works for me, hopefully it'll work for you. But I don't work on WIPs during this time. I am here just to, give you something to look at. Hey, I saw, wait. Oh, I got a sound. I don't want sound. Scroll. I saw it. Where to go? There we are. Betty, hello. It says, hey, Tiffany, how are you? I'm good. And apparently my phone has the volume on because I didn't want it to make any sound. Like, that's not good. Okay, cool. That's better. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. It looks like a beautiful diamond. Oh, thank you. So over on TikTok, people have the ability to give me little things, and it's really, really sweet. I keep saying one day I'll get a hot dog. I'll be like, somebody will put a hot dog on the screen. I'll be like, yes, hot dog. who knows, maybe one day. But until then, all the love is really, really appreciated. All the hearts, it means the world. Thank you so much. Everybody over here on YouTube, if you got thumbs ups or hearts, that would be awesome. Instagram and Facebook, not sure exactly how that works, but if you have some way of just liking the live, that would be awesome. So moving on, Melinda, again, you were saying you yourself sound like you're overwhelmed right now with how many WIPs that you're currently working on. And that each week you're still experiencing more creators creating new things that you want to make. And that's why I'm hoping that these Wednesday WIP knockouts help you and help everybody. And the struggle is real. So you're not alone. You're not alone. I hope that helps. Okay, looking for those question marks. I know I took a little bit of time there. We have 9 minutes and 15 seconds left of session number 1. 9 minutes. I think we're like a little under halfway there. Or a little over halfway there. Hello, Dawn. Hello, Danica. Welcome. Hi, Feather Song Crochet. Hello, hello. Hi, Betty. And then moving. Hi, Era Lover. Hi, Linda. Welcome, everybody. Just keep scrolling because I take a moment. Hi, Sandy. I take a moment sometimes to answer questions, and then I look at the comments and I'm like, crap. like go. All right, Eminem, welcome, says beginner level, brand new subscriber, welcome. Oh, I'm so thrilled. I hope that you enjoy my channel. I hope you enjoy my projects, and it's just so great to have you here. Finally, a teaching style that works for me. I appreciate hearing that. Again, my teaching style works for some people, doesn't work for everybody, which is why I love YouTube, because there are so many options out here. And that's also why I don't really think there's any competition either, because I could be teaching the exact same thing as somebody else, but another person's style might work better for somebody than my style. And so I just like the variety out there. But I'm really glad that you found me, because there is so much variety. There is so many options out there that there's still people finding me every day. I adore you already, and I'm excited. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's funny. Okay, so okay, we're gonna get a little deep here for a second. Ooh, Tiffany's getting deep. So I utilize ChatGPT to help organize myself, right? I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. Like, help me organize like my day. Help me to write a checklist of everything that I need to make sure I accomplish for something. And this really helps me because not only does it keep me organized, but ChatGPT might mention like, hey, you might also really want to like do this too, or do that too, or this might be something of interest. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. I totally forgot. I didn't think about that. Like, that's brilliant. Like, and it's like been very, very helpful for me. Well, like last night, and I'm like, this just happened last night. I was on there. I was like, because I talk to it a lot about what I got going on. I have so much going on. And sometimes I'm like, okay, we got to put a pin in that. But there's enough crochet for everyone. That is so true. That is so true. Enough crochet for everyone. I was like, okay, thinking of all of this, the information that I've provided you, ChatGPT, what would you say is my legacy or my purpose of my content? Like, because I find sometimes it's just so easy to scroll moment. One, my ADHD, which I've been very open about. I have been diagnosed, like I have it. And if you don't know, by the way I talk and the way I act, I'm like, it's kind of evident. Like 5 minutes and 45 seconds left of session number 1. It is really easy to stray off the path. And I feel like I've been straying off the path a lot for a couple of years now. And I need to hyper focus, and I need to make sure my channel makes sense to people. Like when they get on here, they're like, yes, I know that Tiffany does crochet tutorials, and I know that Tiffany helps beginners to be confident in what they're making, and helps intermediate people through their journey as well. Like I'm helping people of all levels to like follow their journey of crochet wherever it takes them. I love to do charity work, and I love to create community. Oh, it's so awesome, guys. I love to create community. I love to do things with you, and I love to provide things for you. So that way, like, you just feel seen and feel heard and feel a part of something. It means so much to me. So those are the things that Chat GBT kind of like relayed back to me. They're like, based on everything that you have told me and everything we've worked on together, this seems to be your legacy. You like to lift people up and make projects possible, and people feel confident. I'm like, yep, I try. The other one was, I'm totally going to forget something about, I love to educate people and help level them up on all levels. So not only do I try to make people feel really confident, but I try to level people up because I'm a teacher. I actually have a degree like to be a teacher. And I love teaching. And the other thing was I love to create community with my crochet retreats, or with these lives, or with my membership programs. And it was just really beautiful to hear hear that summary of things. And I was like, yeah, now I just got to stay on the path and not stray. I want to be known for that. I want to be known for those things. And to make sure that, like, if that's very clear, I need to stay. Blinders. Stay. And that made me so happy. Sorry, you're like, that was random, like came out of left field. Yes, I know. Okay, so Heather says, is anyone having video? Oh, that was like a long time ago, 2:05. Wow, I'm already like way past that. I hope that the lag is gone by now. Sandra, Tiffany, how many projects are you doing, and do you like doing more than one project at a time? I am doing a lot of projects. So I have, just in my like eyesight right now, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 off the top of my head. I've got the temperature blanket that we're doing over in on YouTube together. I've got this awesome project I've been doing some social media posts about. It's going to be a top that, and I can talk more about this throughout this live because we have 2 more sessions to go. Because I'm designing projects for Volari's new crafter site, which I'm so excited. Guys, they just opened their new crafter site. If you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. I have a link in other videos. I'm not gonna put it in here because then they'll tag me and be like, you promoted something. And I'm like, crap. But if you go to the description of any of my recent videos, look for the Crafties website link. And then if you click on that, it just tells them I sent you. And I just want them to see that I am helping, I'm contributing, and I'm like valuable. So if you could do that, that would mean a lot. But I'm designing for them. I'm working on a top with my Ecolux yarn, but because it's like a personal project with my yarn, it's like the last on my list to go. Another project that I've completed, but now I need to create the pattern for it. For Volari, a bag that I'm hoping is the next project in our series. Right now on YouTube, I am doing a granny square top breakdown where I'm walking everyone through how to design the project. It's not just about making the project, it's about designing the project. And if you don't care about the designing part, then the very last video is going to be a very regular tutorial that a lot of people are familiar with. And that is just like, hey, here's the thing, let's make it, you know? But I think some people are confused when they jump in. They're like, well, tell me how much. I was like, we don't know yet. That's the point. I'm walking you through how we figure that out. And then I have, do you guys remember that universal yarn where I was like, I want to make slippers with that? That's going to be coming very soon. This yarn is just so incredibly soft. As soon as I felt it, I did a yarn review for Universal Yarns a couple months ago. And as soon as I felt this, time is up. Session number 1 is done. But don't worry, never fear. We have a 5-minute transition. So 5-minute transition is for you to find a good pausing, stopping spot for the first project or the project you were working in session number 1. I don't want you to feel rushed. I don't want you to feel stressed. So go ahead and just either finish the row or find a good pausing, stopping spot, then fold up your project nice and neatly, put it away, and then grab something to drink. Stay hydrated, very, very important. And then find project number 2 that you want to work on for session number 2. So this yarn right here, when I was doing it's Mystical Marl, if that was too fast for you guys. When I was doing my yarn review, I felt it and I was like, that would be amazing for slipper. Like it just like it was an instant thought. A few months later, like SpongeBob, like few months later, I am like, I've got to get that out. So got that going. I've got a private project. I don't know if any of you know, but I do one-on-one projects with people. You can purchase a private one-on-one session with me where we can work on projects. I can help you out with crochet. If you're trying to achieve a project and you just need somebody to do it with you, or if you want to learn anything to level up, but you want to you just want it to be you. So maybe confidence, or you just want it to be more undivided attention. You can grab a session. They are over on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, under shop, and then one-on-ones. I have somebody that I'm making a project with. That's just off the top of my head. My goodness. Whew. Whew. Okay, so we have 3 minutes of our break, our transition. And I have lots of questions, guys. I'm still back at 2:07. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay. Balance and order. What is that? Karen, I know. We do the best we can, right? We do the best we can. And something I do appreciate, something I've been listening to a lot is as long as you never stop trying, then, you know, you've never given up. So as long as you've never stopped trying, you're always in the positive seat, right? You're always working for change. But I've started many times. It's not easy. It is not easy. I feel like I had another. Let's go up a little bit. Again, if I missed your question, yeah, Donna, I almost missed your question. Please just re-ask it. Donna, 2:08 p.m. I'm way up there. Tiffany, is there my 3rd shawl tutorial? Oh, thank you so much for asking. No, there's not yet, but I have some ideas for shawls that I have written down, kind of like done little doodles of them. I love to just doodle. I have constant inspirations and ideas that come in my head. But that is part of, there's so many things I want to make. And it's really hard with crochet, right? There's so many things to make, and crochet takes time. It's not something that you can whip up. You can't necessarily make a shawl in 30 minutes, right? Or if you can, then as a content creator, I'm whipping up the shawl, then I'm recording the tutorial, then I'm editing the tutorial, then I'm making the pattern, then I'm editing the pattern, I'm getting the pattern edited, and then I am uploading all of the information, getting the information up on my website, and marketing to social media, and then launching the tutorial. It's a lot. So that's another reason why I mentioned before that I'm trying really, really hard to tunnel vision right now. I'm trying really hard to stay in my lane so that way, because it's so easy to squirrel. It's so easy to squirrel moment. There's so many awesome things I want to do, want to make. But again, the area that I want to be known for, the area I want to specialize in is making projects that are beginner friendly to give people confidence. But these are projects, I want to make beautiful projects. I want not just like, sure, that's beginner friendly, but it doesn't look very good. You know, I want to make beautiful projects that are beginner friendly. And I want to give people the confidence to do it. All right, we just started session number 2. Go ahead and pick up your second project and begin. Again, you are hyper focusing on your project. You don't even need to look at the screen. You can just listen. The only reason why you might want to look at the screen is if you are typing in the chat, or if you, if I say something, you're wanting to look at it. But in general, I hope you can hyper focus. Arrow Lover says, do you have a tutorial for a poncho? Not yet, but there are quite a few designs that I've seen that I'm really excited to give a try. So I don't have one yet, but again, there's so much I want to do. There's so much I want to do. But again, the things I want to be known for, beginner-friendly projects that are beautiful, that give people confidence in making things. I want to educational content to level people up. And I want to give a community where people feel seen, heard, and a part of something. So, want to make sure I get to these questions before I mention anything else. What is the symbol of the hashtag 2 or 3 mean? Honestly, girl, I don't know. I'm not confident in what that means. I am guessing from what I kind of like past knowledge, the crown / hashtag thingy, that stuff is usually, it could either be other platforms, or it could be that they are just like, oh, number 2 commenter, number 3 commenter, you know, stuff like that. Right, Pam. Hello, Pam. Says, hi, what size of pony beads am I supposed to get for next month? Oh, good question. I don't know. I don't think I knew there were different sizes, but let me answer that for you. Okay, so those of you who are making my 2025 temperature sampler blanket crochet along project, next month we're going to be using beads, using pony beads. Pony beads. These are clear. Somebody last, I talked to somebody last and they're like, but you have white. And I'm like, actually the white is the back of the package, but the pony beads that I'm going to be using are, okay, they're clear. Come on, don't look at my face. There we go. Clear. And it's, oh, there it is. I'm like, and it's clear, and I'm trying to find it on the carpet. Got it. But I have had a couple people asking about being curious to crochet with beads. Oh. Hello, Just Frog It by Christy. Hello. Says, hi, how are you? I'm doing really, really well. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. It gives me like this energy boost, obviously. Obviously. We have 16 minutes and 25 seconds left of session number 2. So you asked what size. Okay, so on the back it says 6 millimeter to 9. Here. There we go. 6 millimeter and 9 mil. That. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. I got mine from Michael's, but I think you can get them on Amazon too. This is small. This is only 580. I'm going to need 3 packs of this because we have 212 stitches across. If I divide that by 2, I I'm not doing math right now. Sorry. Like you guys can do the math. I'm not doing math right now. I'm answering a question. But and then we're only using the beads every other day. We're not using them every day because it's going to be, we only want the beads to show up on the front side of the blanket. So we'll work the beads on one side, and then we'll just work regular single crochets on the next row to get us to the, or back to the first side. And then, yeah. I also have had people mention, like, I'd like to use colored beads. I thought that would be really neat. If you want to customize your temperature blanket, make it really personal to you, maybe one of the days in the month of July is special or something, you can add like a certain color pony bead for that row. Or if you are like, oh, it's summer, I want to have like these bright, colorful pony beads that I use throughout the month, just because, you know, it's summer in summer. You can have fun, like customize it however you want. Dawn has a lot of questions. Thank you so much for the question marks. Again, I'm at 211. 211. I'm way back here. What project should I do next? I have 3 blankets and my green basket. Those are 4 big projects. And so I would recommend your next project be something really small. That's kind of something that helps me keep my Crojo alive and keep me like motivated and inspired with crochet. Is I try to balance a big project with a little project, because it is known that when you finish a project, you get a release of dopamine in your brain. It's this pleasure sensation hormone that releases in your brain. You feel like, awesome. Like, yes, that is cool. Like just like this happy, like you won an award, kind of like this, not euphoria, but it's like, oh, cool. Like this happy feeling, this dopamine feeling, endorphins. And that is all released. All those awesome feelings are released when you finish a project, which is pretty cool. So if you're working a bunch of big projects, you're only really experiencing that dopamine or endorphin feeling once every long time, however long it took you to finish the blanket, right? Or finish one of your projects. So if you have some way of getting some quick wins in there, either with your big project or between projects, then you're getting that happy, excited feeling that keeps you motivated and passionate about crochet, because you're getting those happy feelings like, yay, this makes me feel good. This makes me feel like I accomplished something. I'm have purpose, like I'm doing something, and you're like, yay, on to the next. Because we're gluttons for punishment, right? So that is what I would recommend, Dawn, with 4 big projects, 3 blankets and 1 basket. I'd probably have your next few projects either be like small, like some soap sacks, or Warm Up America 7-inch by 9-inch rectangular sections. Or, hi, Ashley says, hello, what are you working on today? I'm not working on anything today because I am answering questions. But currently I am working on 8 different projects. What are you working on today, Ashley? Let me know. Yeah, soap sacks, rectangular sections for Warm Up America, washcloths, pot holders. You could even do like make a beanie, make a scarf. Scarves are great because you can keep it super simple. It's essentially a blanket, you know, where you're just doing rows, but they're short and you work it up faster. And so you get, you know, you finish faster, which is fantastic. So just some ideas. And if you don't need any of those things, all of those options, you can donate them. Okay, so now I am going to have to speed up a little bit because I'm way back at 2:13 and it's like, that's like 20 minutes ago. And so I know I have lots of questions here. Sandra O says, was thinking how long I've been subscribed to your channel. I remember Bag a Day gave you a shout out and then joined your channel. Oh, wow, Sandy, you're back from you're back from that. Can you remember when that was, Tiffany? Oh, I absolutely can. That was such a special moment. Crystal is just, she's such an awesome giving person. And I love how much she lifts up so many channels here on the platform. Ash says, I'm working on a bunch of small plushies. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Like, whew, I'm jealous. So I didn't even know she did a shout out because she didn't contact me ahead of time. It was actually a few of my subscribers and members at the time of that platform that follow both Crystal and me. And they're like, Tiffany, Crystal give you a shout out. I remember watching the video. I was at 79,000 subscribers. I think I was like right there. If I remember, I could be completely wrong. And Crystal was going to try to help me reach 100,000. And by just doing a shout out, because she has such an incredible following. Like if she says your name, like that has a lot of weight to it, right? So people came and checked me. They're like, Crystal mentioned you. I'm going to check you out. And so it took maybe a month and a half, but I was able to get to 100,000 subscribers, and she was a big help to that. And I remember I reached out to her afterwards, and I was crying, and I was just so incredibly touched and grateful that she did this. And it was just very, very special. So the fact that you've hung out, Sandy, since then, like I'm at 360 something thousand subscribers now, you know, you've gotten to see all my growth, which is extremely special. So thank you for sticking in there with me and being there along the ride. Kristen, thank you. That's the word, oxymoron. Kelly says, what are you giving away in your giveaway? Oh, you missed last week. Last week, I announced, so I did all of my announcements for giveaways in session 3. So you have to actually watch and be a part of it in order to enjoy the benefits of the giveaway. But I told everyone what to do in the last video. Mama Bees Chaos says, how many skeins of yarn would you say are in your... Not as many as lots of other people. That's a great question. Oh boy. Because I will say this. I have done for those of you who didn't catch it, Mama Bees Chaos asked me how many skeins of yarn do I have. I've cleaned a lot out. So I mentioned in the beginning of this live that something that had affected me was I had all these WIPs going on. I was basically being consumed by projects. And so what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to dwindle down a lot of my chaos while at the same time periodically bringing new inspiration in. So I'm not like cold turkey. Some people need to do that. Some people, they're like, nope, I need to go on a yarn buying freeze and just use what I have in my stash. Well, I can and I cannot do that, in a sense of some of the yarn that I have has been discontinued. So I can't do any tutorials with it, because I would hate for somebody to fall in love with a project that I made just to find out that they cannot make it because the yarn doesn't exist anymore. So I really do need to just bite the bullet and get rid of it, because it's beautiful and I bought it for a reason. But if I can't really use it, then it's just kind of like it's going without being enjoyed, you know? And so I might just have to like rip off the Band-Aid and do that, you know? But then while I'm trying to dwindle down my chaos of yarn, I will bring in a couple skeins for inspiration to keep the love alive, you know, keep myself excited, working on new projects. The new partnerships that I have is very exciting, and working with their yarn on projects to try to bring awareness to them and lift them up is very, very special. So being able to do that. So what I'm saying is I have a lot, but not nearly as much as some of the other channels that I've seen. So I could have a ton more, but I'm trying to be more strategic in what I have by only having stuff that has a purpose. I really try not to get things just because they're pretty, because then I look at it and it's taking up space, so I'm one of those people where I try to get something because of the purpose. If I can't find a purpose for it, then I tell myself I can't buy it. So that's where I'm at right now. That's such a funny question though. Oh my goodness. Gabalot, I'm so happy that you made it. Thank you so much for the super chat, super sticker. That means the world. Thank you, honey. Oh man. So much love. Okay, we have 4 minutes and 45 seconds left of session number 2. You want to hang out because between session number 2 and session number 3, we're going to stretch. And then in session number 3, I'm probably right off the bat, I'm going to announce the winner to the giveaway. So that way we can square that away. Dawn, another question marks. I really appreciate the question marks. Thank you guys. What do you do when you feel bleh, but still want to crochet? If I am feeling just kind of like meh, and I still want to crochet, then I try to work on a project that makes me feel good or makes me feel it's something special. And what I mean by that is I will find a yarn that is very special. Maybe this one right here, for example, not showing the label because I'm not, but this yarn right here, it's like pretty colors, something where I'm like, oh, okay, the colors, I'm just like, as I'm going through this, I'm just going to fall in love with the colors that are used, how they work together. And it's like color therapy. Right? It's color therapy. It really is. So, or textures, like this yarn right here, it doesn't have the label. So, but where it's so soft. And so as you're working it, you're just like, it's like sensory therapy. So I will try to, when I'm just kind of having one of those days, I will lean on my yarn for either color therapy or sensory therapy. And that seems to help me a lot. So I think some people don't think about that, but there's a lot of awesome mental health benefits to crocheting or the fiber arts, because not like of so many reasons. I could be like, because of 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, no, there's probably like 20 different reasons why the fiber art, like crocheting, knitting, all these things have mental health benefits. But for me, I think that would be the biggest one, is the color therapy and the sensory therapy are probably the top for me. And then the other ones are short, like close behind, but those are probably the top. Okay. We got 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Hyper focus. You're looking down at your project. See how far you can get in project number 2. And if you're one of those awesome people that are a one project at a time person, let's see how far you can get in this second session. Okay. See if you can like beat how far you did in session number 1. That should be a new thing, try to beat how much I did in the last session. Christy says, hi, Tiffany. I came across your channel looking for a video tutorial on butt coasters. Your video is very informative. Would be hard to change colors, though, throughout for the coasters. Question. Oh, is it hard? Depends on your level. If you're an intermediate level and you're used to intarsia, which is color changing in the middle of a row, then just use intarsia. But if you're a newer crocheter and you've never done intarsia before, then the only way of really introducing new colors would either be, one, the yarn is variegated, multiple colors in the yarn itself, and so it's doing it for you. Or if you want to color control, the easiest way to do it would be to work closed rounds. So working your circle, work closed rounds tie off, like cut off your yarn, tie it off at the end of a round, and then make your slip knot, like tie off entirely, and then bring a second color on by slip stitching into the first stitch, chaining one, and then working however far you want to go. Usually just like maybe make the whole round, close the round, cut your yarn, tie off the round, and bring back a different color. So there's a couple different options there, but it really depends on what you are trying to accomplish. Okay, we got 10 seconds. 2, 1. Right. Now, before we stretch, I'm going to give people 2 minutes to go ahead and like find that pausing, stopping point, right? So go ahead and try to finish your row, or try to get to a good spot where you can pause or stop project number 2, and fold it up, put it away nice and neatly. And then we're going to just stand up for me. Okay, bare minimum, just stand up. We're going to do a little crochet or stretch because technically we've been sitting for 50 minutes just in this live alone. So if you're sitting for longer, like you have been sitting, then you've probably been sitting longer than 50 minutes. And as a rule of thumb, just to kind of do this with you guys, Rule of thumb, most crochet content creators know this already, or anyone that has been just kind of a veteran in the field of crochet, been doing it for a while. They've heard it somewhere along the way that every 40 to 60 minutes, you should pause and just kind of like stretch your body a little bit, because if you don't move, which we do because we're like in the zone, right? We hyper focus. We're in the zone. We're having fun. We're knocking something out. Maybe we're watching a television show or a movie at the same time. We're just kind of like in our zone. We're not moving. And that can cause aches and pains and issues with your body if you just keep doing that over and over and over again. So we're going to do some prevention by just kind of moving our body, trying to keep some homeostasis or some balance in our body, so that way we can prevent those aches and pains from starting, or just helping to make our body like have a little bit of balance. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to do 5 stretches with you. If you don't want to stretch with me, fine. You don't have to, technically. But please don't just watch me and laugh. Like, the bare minimum, I really hope that you could at least stand up for just a minute at least, and just kind of like move your body, so that way your blood's moving, the air circulation in your body is getting where it needs to go, and your body's getting a little bit of a break from sitting for so long. Okay, 5 stretches. Again, not strenuous. I'm going to start with our neck, because us crafters, when we're working, we usually take on this like C curve like thing, right? Our neck is usually down, unless you've got a certain particular pillow, and that helps a little bit. And usually your lower back is kind of tucked, right? So you get like all these like strength. So starting with the neck, depending on which platform you're watching me on, go ahead and put one arm on your hip, because one's watching me with a true camera, the other's watching me like reverse. So one's going to be right, the other one's going to be wrong. So I'm just like, go ahead and put one hand on your hip, then take the other hand and put it on the side of your head. I love this stretch so much. And go ahead and gently guide your head over to the shoulder. Don't yank, don't pull, don't force. Just kind of like gently guide it. And then once you find a good spot to stop at, take the arm that's bent and go ahead and stretch it out. Oh my goodness. You should feel this delicious stretch like right in your neck. It feels so good. I'm only asking you to be here for 5 seconds. If you're enjoying the stretch, you can be here longer. Then go ahead, put your hand back on your hip and release your head. Let's do the other side. Okay. Hand on your hip, other hand, side of your head. Slowly guide it. Awesome. And then go ahead and take your bent hand and stretch it out. Oh my gosh, that feels so good. I mean, I'm not perfect. There are many days when I'm locked and loaded into a project and I don't stretch for a while, and I can always tell. I'll go to stretch and I'm like, oof, I feel that a little too much. All right, so that's stretch number 1. Stretch number 2, I'm gonna go ahead and open our chest with some W's, some yarn, arm circle W's. So when we are crocheting, usually we're forward, right? A lot of this concaveness because we're here. Our arms, our hands are here. So we're kind of like doing this. We want to open our chest so that way we can help these muscles and we can help those muscles. Again, I'm a crocheter, not a doctor or a physical therapist, so you're not getting any technical terms with me. Speaking of, if I do a stretch that does not feel right, or you just know that you can't do based on medical reasons, or it just doesn't feel good, just substitute in something else. This is not something that you have to do. It's just a suggestion, recommendation. Okay, so we're going to start with our arms. We're going to cross them in the front, go up. And then when we get about YMCA right here, go ahead and bend your elbows for the W. See, get it? W. I'm a dinosaur. So you want to try to pinch your shoulder blades in the back, because by pinching your shoulder blades in the back, you're helping to open up your chest. If you just did like this, that's not opening anything up. Like, try it. Give it like, like, no, you're not going to feel anything. You want to try to pinch your shoulder blades in the back. So do about 5. I know that took me a long time, but YMCA, W. There's 2. Arm circle, YMCA, W. There's 3. Arm circle, YMCA, W here. There's 4. Last one, arm circle, YMCA, W. There's 5. Feels so good. Love that one. Okay, that was number 2. Let's go ahead and get our forearms. This one is very common. You've probably seen it before. Go ahead and take one of your hands, palm facing you. Take your other hand, put your thumb behind your wrist. Put your fingers on the front so you can make like a tabletop. Elbows bent. Don't go like this. Elbows bent, thumb, tabletop. Okay. Once you have the tabletop, then go ahead and stretch out your arm. What you should be feeling is all this stretch. It feels so good. Let me take care of this puzzle piece real quick. Boom. Yeah. And then you can hold it for 5-10 seconds. If you're really feeling the stretch, you can hold it longer, up to you. Then bend your elbow, release. Let's do the other side. Palm facing you, thumb behind, fingers, tabletop, bent elbow. Once you have the tabletop, then you can elongate the elbow and feel that awesome, delicious stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Elbow bent, release. There's 3. Let's go ahead and do something with our wrist, palms, or fingers. I'm going to do finger extensions because I love them, and I haven't done them in a little while. So we're going to take one hand, stretch out our fingers, take the other hand, and just kind of add some weight or resistance. We are not trying to touch our finger to the back of our arm. We are not yanking, pulling. We're just literally like laying it down. Hold it there. You should start to feel a stretch in all of those ligaments and everything. It feels so good. Hold it for like 5 seconds, each one, as you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something else that's really fascinating is as you do this, you start to feel like all these different parts of your body, like how it's all connected. It's really cool. Okay, when you get to your thumb, instead of having your thumb really close to your hand, because it's not going to do much movement when you do that, you really want to take your thumb and you want to pull it out as much as you can and then back, so you'll feel more of the stretch right here. If you're just like here, you're not going to get much of an action. You want to come like out and then back. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last thumb or last finger thumb. 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. That was stretch number 4. Last stretch, something with the lower back. It's very interesting. Lower back is a little tough because to stretch it out, you almost want to do a similar motion to what you've been doing the whole time, but you want to release tension. So what I'm going to have you do is, and this is a little weird, but I want you to hold on to something. Then with your feet, I want you to just kind of like go back. So here I've got like hold on to a wall, right? Hold on to a wall. This I have vertical here. Move, chair. So a door. There you go. So like a door here. Pretend this is a door, okay? So go like this. Have your feet out. And just kind of like bend away. Right? Bend away. Curve your back. Okay, you'll start to feel a nice stretch. Oh, it feels so good. And what we're doing, even though we're in a very similar shape that we were in when we were crocheting, we're taking this motion, but we are releasing, and you should feel an actual stretch in all those muscles. So whereas they were tense, now you're trying to like stretch them loose. That's it. I hope you enjoyed those, guys. We're going to go ahead and move into session number 3. I'm going to move my cameras around. So let me go ahead and start the session so you're not waiting on me to move the cameras to begin. Go ahead and grab your third project. Thank you so much for stretching with me. Those of you who stretch with me. If you didn't stretch, if you just watched me, fine. But I hope you did something like just stand up at least. Okay, session number 3 has begun. Let me go ahead and move my cameras back around so you can see the screen. And then you. Okay, let's see if might be a little close. There. Oh, that's okay. That works. Great. Okay, let me go ahead and where's my thing? Knock out this giveaway real quick. So last week, I mentioned that I had some goodies. Now you don't get the basket. The basket was just to make everything like organized and like put really pretty together. So you don't get the basket, but you get everything in the basket. And what is in the basket are 2 little donuts of Wool and the Gang. It is 100% cotton. It's interesting. Their label is very interesting. Yeah, 100% upcycled, sustainable, chemical-free, dye-free, make something unique to you. Cotton, 100% cotton. Okay, so we got 2 of those. Their labels are very different, very interesting. Then we got 1 cake of this still in the wrapper Karen cake in the color Blueberry Muffin. I thought that was so fun. Then we've got We Crochet, brand new, still in the package. It's a gauge tool. And here you have, it's very clear with a red line. So next to the ruler, so you can, like, it helps you gauge. Thank you, We Crochet. Oh, stop. Shush. I have my dogs in here with me. I'm like, please be good. And then this beautiful leather, not even opened. Oh, here, I'm going to open it so you can see it. Okay. This leather notions pouch with this cute little like hank of yarn there in the corner. This has been like stamped in there. Nice little, super nice quality Notion bag. Put that back in its wrapper. Make it brand new again. There we go. You. All right, let me go ahead and get this rolled up. La la la. Do do do. Last week was June 11th. Oh my goodness. Copy link. La la la. Technology, gotta love it. Okay. Paste. Filter. Okay. And math question. Why is in? Oh, that's hilarious. That's really, really funny. All right, you guys want to know how many people? Is that real? I've got to check this out. That's not real. Okay. I was like, it said only 3 people came up. I'm like, I know for a fact more than 3 people came up. So let's try that again. Okay. Math question. 34. Okay. I'm like, I know more than 3 people like participate in this. That is crazy. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and find out who won this giveaway. There we go. Going right here. Go ahead and give me drums. If you're someone that knows me in giveaways, please comment in the comment section some drums. Let's get some excitement going on here. Who won this giveaway? You ready? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and start. Oh, start. There we go. Who won? Who won? And the winner is this person right here. That person right there. All right, that is Land M Crafts 2025. Congratulations, Land M Crafts 2025. You have won everything in this cute little basket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and after this live, I'm going to go find this comment. I'm going to go ahead and screenshot this so I don't lose it. And I'm going to reply to your comment and give you some instructions on what to do so that way I can get you your goodies. Everyone else, please make sure to keep checking in with this because I have had somebody in the past, they entered, but then they never came back to see if they won, and they had actually won, and I never heard back from the winner. So still to this day, I've never heard back from the winner. And I'm like, That's crazy. People enter into things and they don't even check to see if they won. But so if I don't hear back from Land M Crafts 2025, I'll pick a new winner and make sure that somebody gets this awesome prize. Woo! Awesome. Thank you guys so much for participating in that. Okay. Before I dive into many of these other questions, which I am super behind, I'm like an hour behind now. If I don't get to your question, guys, I will respond to it in a community post on my YouTube channel. So what I will do is I'll take a question that I didn't get to, and I will make the post. I will put the person's name. So like, this person asked this question and here's the answer. And that'll all be on my YouTube community page. So if you go to my YouTube channel, on the top, it'll say videos, playlists, community. If you click on community, it looks very much like a Facebook group there, except for I'm the only one that can put anything there. But I'll put your answers in there if I don't get to them. All right, so guys, before I get too far, and I know this is going to be a mic drop for a lot of you people. So I mentioned in the beginning of this live that I have been trying to figure out everything that's on my plate. And I've been like trying to focus my attention because I've been so scattered everywhere. I've been running out of time. And I've actually been finding myself not having enough time I barely have enough time to create content here on YouTube, let alone everything else that I'm doing. So if you are or were a YouTube subscriber and you notice that your membership was canceled, it is because I took that off my plate. I don't have the time to do make sure I put a live on the calendar anymore. I felt really bad about having any kind of membership where I couldn't provide anything to you, because I just don't believe in that. If you pay for something, I feel like you should have some value come back to you. And I had to take stuff off of my plate. So I was like, if I'm not going to be able to provide them anything, I don't want to charge them anything. So I just shut down my whole YouTube membership, because I felt bad taking anything from you if I wasn't going to provide anything to you. So if you love these and you want to still be a part of some kind of community, I have just launched my brand new Crochet Club membership on my website. Brand new platform, brand new look, fresh new look, easier to check everything out. It looks amazing. It's going to be extra special, and I'm very, very excited about it. Please check out my membership over on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. It's incredible, and I'm very, very proud of it. That's taken up a lot of time as I transitioned from one platform to another. Also, I'm at the end of June, I am going to take a break from these Wednesday WIP knockouts. So if anybody over here has a channel and you would like to take on these Wednesday WIP knockouts, please contact me, email me at info@crochetwithtiffany.com. And like, if you have any questions about it, that way I can actually advertise for you and be like, hey guys, starting in July, this channel is going to take on the Wednesday WIP knockouts. Again, I have too much on my plate, and I'm just trying really hard to narrow things down so that way I can actually follow through with my promises. I'm finding that I love you guys so much, and I want to do everything. And, squirrel moments, that I am agreeing to everything. And I'm putting myself in a pickle. And so what I'm having to do is I'm having to scrape a lot off my plate so that way I can give more attention to making better content for you, making better videos, and having more time to do so. And so I just want you guys to know that there's going to be another Wednesday WIP knockout next week, because it's going to be our last one. No, it's not. We have two more. We have the 23rd. I'm looking at the calendar right now. We have the 23rd and we have the 30th. On the 30th, I'm going to do a really big giveaway for everyone, a big hurrah for my last Wednesday WIP knockout with you guys for a while. But again, if anyone here has a channel and you'd like to take this on, let me know. And That way we can keep this going, because I know how much value this gives to people, how much people love this. And I want to make sure that that sticks around for you. And of course, if I can, I'll pop in. So I know that was a big mic drop, but I wanted to let you guys know that well in advance, because I love you. And I know how I'm going to miss this so much, but I'm having a hard time with time at the moment. And I just really, really, really want to focus on making the best quality content for you as possible as I'm moving forward. So if you guys have any questions, you can always ask me. You can always email me, and I'm an open book. Or if you love these, this is a lot of what I do over in my crochet club. Every Wednesday we hang out and I go over a new topic. 2 Saturdays a month, we get together earlier in the morning, so that way those people that Wednesday nights don't work for them, or if they're international and it's later in the day, it's a time that works for them. So we get together 6 times a month. And if you want to come hang out, maybe try it free, because I have a free trial period that you can like go in, look around, snoop. Do I like it? Do I not? Do I want to be a member? Do I like this? You know, I encourage you to give it a try, so you don't miss out on all this. All right. And yeah. So thank you guys for your understanding and your love. And this is going to be really hard for me, because I do have so much fun with you every single week. But I know in the long run, it's going to help me with that whole tunnel vision thing I was talking to you about earlier, that not just legacy, but that purpose that I want to be known for. I want to be known for helping people, providing content that's beginner friendly, that gives people confidence in doing things, and creating a good community. And right now I've got too many things cooking in the kitchen, and I'm not being great to any of them. So if I narrow them down, I can be even better for the few. Gotcha. I love you guys. Okay, we have 5 minutes left of session number 3. Again, don't go anywhere, because please try to stick around for the next 2 Wednesday WIP knockouts at least, because I'm going to be doing giveaways. And you don't have to enter any fancy word. For the temperature, Pam, back at 2:25 p.m. says, for the temperature blanket, what size pony beads? Oh, got that answered already. Okay. Tonya says, where can I find the videos on YouTube for the granny square top? I'm trying to make a top to match the skirt I made. So I only have one video up at the moment, because again, I've been struggling with time, but video 1 is live on YouTube and ready for you. And I'm currently working on getting the others up as fast as possible. Christina says, is it easier to work on multiple projects? I personally think with crochet, well, that's my mindset too. Some people, they need to work on one project at a time because of their focus and because of stress. If they have too many things going on, it stresses them out. For me, I like to have at least 3 projects going at the same time: a really big project, a really small project, and a project that I can kind of bring into the mix that's mindless. Like, I don't have to count, I don't have to think. It's just kind of like a fidget, something where I can fidget and work. And it's also a great like swap. If I'm just kind of mentally done with my big project and I need something different, then that's what project number 3 can be. So I try to have like 3 projects going on. Make my way. Looking for these question marks. I know, guys, I am so far. I'm now at 302. I'm getting there. Got the drums. Okay, I'm close. Okay, 311, so I'm much closer. So Linda says, I have 2 cakes of Patton's silk bamboo in my stash from a grab bag a couple of years ago. What to make with it? Ooh, okay. So I don't know how many yards that is, but bamboo is a fantastic thing to make the temperature regulator quality of the fiber. So if you wanted to do like I don't know how many yards you're working with here. You could do a a really lacy wrap, that would be stunning. So using a very open stitch with this yarn, that way you can just kind of layer it over you for when the sun starts to go down and starts to get a little colder. That could be great. And then depending on how much yarn you have, you could make something longer, like a wrap that you then fold in half. So it's like a stole, which is a long rectangle. And then you fold it in half, and then you join the top here and you wear it, leave this part open, and then you have like that top. You could make that. That'd be really pretty. I don't know how much yarn you're working with, so I don't know if you'd be able to make a full top. And then I'm like, if you can't make a full top, bamboo, it's strong. You could do a bag. You could do a tote bag because bamboo is really strong. It's kind of where my brain is leading me, is those two things. I hope that helps. Oh, Nietzsche said probably missed it. I just recently stopped memberships on YouTube. Yeah, I just deleted the membership. So anyone that paid this month, I believe YouTube reimbursed them because I haven't gotten compensated. But and if you haven't, then it just knocked out the platform. Thank you so much, Feather Song Crochet. I'm looking forward to it. Michi, I think Michi would kill it, but she has she has work. I mean, everyone, Michi, Crochet by Michi. I think that's your channel. Crochet by Michi. Michi's Crochet Nook. It's right there. I think I got your email. But check her out, please. She has an incredible channel. Michi is like Superwoman. She has a challenging job that, is her regular full time. She is an amazing mother. Time up. She is an amazing mother, amazing wife, has a household, and then she's also not only there for her friends and her family, but like she has a YouTube channel. I'm like, how do you do it? How do you do it? But she's awesome. So if you haven't yet, please check out Michi's Crochet Nook here on YouTube. I know she cannot take this on because I know she's at work right now. But yep, those of you on YouTube, you got a refund. Oh. Thank you so much, Michaela. She's providing plenty, silly Tiffany. Oh, thank you so much, Michaela. I appreciate your kind words. She says, you're doing an excellent job. You are wonderful. Love all your content. I really appreciate that. Those of you, okay, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. So if you're just here for the Wednesday WIP knockout, you're like, we just ended session number 3. So I hope that you got great value out of these 3 20-minute sessions. I hope you were able to knock out, chisel away a little bit at those WIPs and make some forward progress. Go ahead and, if you want, put those projects away, and I will be here next week for us to chisel away a little bit more. Otherwise, I'm going to try to go through some of these comments real quick. So if you're done, thank you so much. Have a great day. Love you. I'll see you next time. For everybody else, I'm going to go ahead and wrap some of these things up real quick. I want to make sure I don't leave anyone hanging. Gotcha. Yeah, I think I told somebody once, like, being a content creator is my dream job. And I think that's the hard thing is I work about, I think I calculated it. I work about 100 hours a week. It's because I love what I do so much. It doesn't feel like work all the time. It doesn't. And so and I work from home. So it's easy to get sucked in. But it's another reason why I'm like, okay, I'm doing a little too much. Thank you. I have a total of 204 yards and it's a 3. Okay, so that's not a lot of a total of 204 yards. You could make a really cute summer scarf. And when I mean summer scarf, I mean you could do flowers. I've seen this before and it looks really good. It's adorable. You basically, you could either string flowers, like you make one and you could either, I don't know if you can crochet as you go or join as you go with this, but if you made individual flowers and then you just like took a yarn needle and kind of like sewed the 2 petals together and chained them to make a scarf. It's adorable, and the bamboo would feel great because it's not going to feel too hot on your skin. It'll keep you warm when it starts to get cold. It'll feel really silky, and it might be a cool idea, but you know, that's up to you. You could also do a small bag, you know, one of those cutesy little small hand tote bag things. Kelly, I'm so sorry to hear about your dad passing away. That, like, my heart goes out to you. I really hope that you and your family are doing okay. Hello, Samantha. I'm glad you made it in. Michaela, I think, you know, the world, I mean, you do so much to make this world a better place. I think you would be missed greatly at your job. But you are loved much here on YouTube as well. I'm glad I could help, Linda. Good. Awesome. Okay. I think I made it. I think I got all the way through. Okay. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Lots of love to you. I hope you enjoy this weekend's tutorial that comes out. And if you haven't yet, please go take a peek at my brand new membership platform. Again, it's free to start. I give you a free trial, so you can decide if you like it before you pay anything, and you can just like cancel, be like, yes, I love it, I'm going to stick around, or nope, it's not for me. And I totally understand. But we are getting together tonight. Everyone that's over in my crochet club, we are getting together tonight live to go over summer crochet market projects, or market tips, things that you can make, things to just be aware of with your table, and like all that fun stuff. It's going to be a really enjoyable evening, and I am so excited about the discussion and hearing some things from you guys as well. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you very, very soon. Mwah. Bye, everybody.